So today, we're gonna do a tour around Sunset Park in Brooklyn. I haven't been over here, really walked around in a few years. I noticed a lot has changed, but I'm gonna check out what's going on in the streets, do a lap around. I'm gonna go check out Industry City. I know the artist Caves from the legendary Brooklyn graffiti writer and from the Lords of Brooklyn has an art show up in Industry City in Building 5. I'm gonna check that out and yeah, see what we can find. This is crazy. This used to be a loading dock. This is just like a loading dock to the back of the garage. And this wall was always here. But I guess he still has the wall. So this is the old precinct. It's an old police station in Sunset Park. Looks like they're making an effort to clean it up, because they used to be able to walk right up to the windows. Yeah, look at that. They definitely are cleaning it up. It's like a construction site now. Three-story old police building, full demolition application is in process. They're gonna make a school. It says public school. They're renovating the old precinct and they're gonna make a school. That's what it says on the permits. It's pretty interesting. That's been abandoned for so long. Yeah. So this says the mental research production, I can't see the rest of it, in association with, made in Brooklyn, I believe, Labs, Better Communication, 1996. Like I said, I haven't looked at a photo of this wall in a long time and I forget, but this is the top of what's left to it. I heard rumors they were gonna redo it at one point, but that was like years ago. I don't think it's ever gonna happen. It says building for sale over here, but you can still see remnants of it. You can see an Espo tag right there. There's actually a Revlon. They covered it up with the sign, but the top of a Revlon tag, which is really rare. This is cool. This is a cool spot. If you look here really carefully, on the fence, it's a really old Espo tag. There's really not much left to it. I think someone seeing that for the first time would barely be able to make that out, but I remember when I was sort of intact, so I knew to look for it. That's pretty rare. 96 Espo tag. Stephen Powers. Recruited to Hell, really famous New York City crew, RTH. It's a nice surface to write on. It's really smooth. It's cool. Really nice hand styles. So this vacant lot right here, which is put to use, was an abandoned factory. It was called Empire Electric. It was an old generating factory, but it was a really cool abandoned building. I have some video from inside when I wasn't really trying too hard to take video. I just figured for the sake of it, just get some shaky video clips, but it's kind of wild how they just completely leveled it as if it never existed. In the video I have, you could see this wall, the top of there. So you could see, like, when you're on the roof. It was a crazy place. I'm having like a kind of a quick memory of it, but it was like this crazy thing. You had to climb up on the scaffolding and go through And it was like this crazy place. They used to keep, when they got rid of the Redbirds, the seven trains, they stored them here. Well, I don't, it was the red trains. It was I don't know if it was the 2 train and the 7 train, and they stored them in here, and they had them along the fence. And I had no idea they were there. It's not like I went looking for them. I just was doing the same thing we're doing today. We're walking around taking pictures, and you could take pictures of them through the fence. And people went in there and painted them. There was a lot of graffiti on them. I never saved those pictures. I don't understand why I didn't save those pictures. Like, you'd think that that's like a rare occurrence. Save me a trip to Baltimore. So this used to be a really popular abandoned building. I got a really funny story about this building. So before, it's really organized now. It's not really abandoned anymore. They do like movie shoots and video shoots here. Like, all right, I explored it like years and years ago, a couple times, like a cool abandoned spot. There wasn't much graffiti inside. Anyway, more recent years, I saw a friend of mine who isn't even exploring or anything like that. He was doing a music video in there, and I asked him, I said, how'd you get in there? I'm like, talk about, and he's like, oh, I had my boy work, he's in charge. I'm not gonna name names or say who he works for. And I wrote the guy saying, hey, before they demolish it or whatever, I want to get in and get some more pictures. I gotta tell you, this was the weirdest thing I ever experienced. He said, cool, yeah, you could go and take pictures. Just let me know when. So I gave him a heads up. I want to come today, and it was actually a really snowy day. It was like perfect day to go in because it was like cold and nothing else to do. And I gave him a heads up that I was on my way, and he told the security guard that I was going. Never met anyone, never shook any hands, never saw anybody. He's just like, yeah, the security guard took the chain off the door, just close the door behind you. So we spent like all afternoon in there just exploring and taking pictures. Never saw anybody. It was the weirdest thing. And he said if you had any problems, you drop a name, but didn't have any problems. I don't even remember the guy's name, so that was why it was so funny. I don't know who I couldn't even, if I really wanted to, I could like trace back to how I got involved with that guy, but yeah, that was cool. Because it was just like, you thought it was one of those like too good to be true kind of things. Yeah. At one point, it's funny too, these gates used to be up. And people would like come back there and have like lunch. You could go back in the daytime and all the people from like the businesses, or even like over here, they'd be sitting on the ledge like fishing and eating lunch, and the gates are rolled wide open. You could have a free-for-all. Like, It was just so cool. I miss that kind of stuff. I miss like the sounds and the vibe and the smell, but obviously they're making an effort to clean this up. This is a pretty cool mural by Chris Cycle. This has been here for a while. I think this was like one of the first like commissioned murals or pieces of artwork painted in Industry City when they first started really developing this place. It's kind of crazy, but this is awesome. This is really cool. It's dated 2015. This is crazy. This was on top of the old tattoo shop. They moved it here. Oh, this is so cool. OE. That's sick. From 80? That's awesome. So that was, remember, it was on the top of the door in the tattoo shop? Mm-hmm. They built this here in the studio? They built, that's awesome. So yeah. Really, really crazy. So I just checked out the artist Caves from the Lords of Brooklyn, a very famous tattoo artist and Brooklyn graffiti writer legend. He has a show up in Industry City in Building 5. You should definitely check it out. Art buyers or art collectors looking to add to your collection, definitely check out the show. It's up from February 8th to March 8th. The Court Tree Collective is located in Building 5 in Industry City. You want to go to Big Alice? I had no idea this was here. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment if you like this video, and I'll catch you on the next video.